Hello, everybody. This is Fernando for the latest Godzilla Rant. A couple of days back, I made a rant video talking about comic book stores and how they really need to adjust or find something that they can do to ensure that they can, work with the digital world because they're stuck again in their archaic ways and it's all about pricing and convenience at this point. But in any case, I wanted to add on to another topic associated with the comic book world, and this time it's with the comic book publishers themselves, and this has to do with motion comics. Motion comics are something that I love. In fact, I urge everybody right now to go look for an app that's called Made Fire, Made Fire. I hope I'm saying it right, and it's not something like Mad E Fire or something along those lines, but find that app. Please download it. You'll take a look at exactly what I'm about to talk about with regards to motion comics. They have a whole slew of free comics that you can work with, and then afterward, if you're interested in some of the other items, you'll be able to purchase them there. And the reason I'm hyping all this is because I strongly believe that motion comics are the perfect medium with regards to bringing the old comic book world with the archaic paper and everything being in print and updating it beyond what we see now on the digital format. The problem that I have right now with digital comics is that they're so plain. You read them on your iPad, you read them on your iPhone, or any other format that you all use out there. But other than the panels zooming in to one another and then morphing to the next page, there really isn't that much excitement. Well, at least with regards to a paper comic book, you can hold it in your hands, and there's something about having that intrinsic value of holding it in your hands that adds much more to an experience. When you translate it to the digital world, and instead you're looking at something much like you're reading a news article, it kind of loses its impact. And at least with the digital world, it is convenient, but again, you lose the impact of holding something real, holding something physical in your hands like a paper would on there. But with regards to anything involving motion comics, those are absolutely beautiful. I love the way that people are able to take just regular panels that already exist in a comic book. They were never made for this format as in terms of the motion comics, but they're able to take everything within each panel and manipulate certain images, add sound effects, sometimes even add a little bit of voice work in them, and sometimes even digital effects, and make these things move just like you would as if you were watching not a movie and not a cartoon, but these things are essentially coming alive. That's the best word I can think of with regards to these motion comics. They're bringing comic books to life, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful, the work that I've seen with regards to some of the motion comics out there. And what's frustrating, and the reason for this rant is I so wish that comic book publishers would capitalize on this format. You have a format where people, everything that's happening in the comic book world, you have all these superhero movies that are coming out left and right, grossing $1 billion left and right, but it's not translating to good sales in the comic book world. Because again, you have to have these people read something on an iPad, and that can be boring. That's not something that people will be much interested in. But if you liven it up, if you actually bring that comic book to life, then it could be that perfect solution, something that people could do, let's say while they're on their lunch break, or something they could do while they're on the subway to work, or something that they could do while they're waiting for whatever to start, some movie to start, they're waiting in line, like an amusement park, anything that it has them waiting about 10 to 15 minutes at most. These digital formats, these motion comics are beautiful for that. And what I love about the motion comics is, again, after reading one, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Every single panel comes to life in a very beautiful way. And I so wish, it's frustrating, I wish that, again, comic book publishers would pounce on this format. They've already created the comic. All they have to do is just add a little bit of sound effects, stuff that could take less than a half a day's work per comic could be done, and then that's it. And the whole comic is brought to life, and you'll have a whole different format for people to take advantage of on there. That's why, again, I highly encourage everybody, go now, download that Made Fire app, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Especially, I highly encourage, try to bring up the Hellboy one. And if you've ever wanted to see Hellboy come to life in a comic book format, you'll have it there. Of course, they're the movies, but the movies are much different. Here, somebody was able to take a physical comic book and then create every panel to life, and that's what I love on there. What are your thoughts on this? Motion comics, are they the wave of the future when it comes to anything involving the comic book world? Are they the next thing? Are they has-beens? Are they something that are never going to catch on? Share your experience below. I'm also going to include a link, and I'll see if I can post it below, to my blogger website for the Godzilla movie news. The reason for this is because I have a direct link to every motion comic I could find on the internet that's related to Godzilla. There are some true fans out there that were able to take the old Dark Horse comic books, the ones that Godzilla was in, and they brought those babies to life. They added sound effects, they added voice work, they added the motion effect associated with these motion comics, and this is all fan work. None of this was commissioned by Dark Horse or anybody else. This was all done just by regular fans like you and I that wanted to make sure that these comics truly enjoyed the best experience possible. Very great stuff. So I'll include a link for it below, and I highly recommend you to take some time and watch these motion comics on YouTube. If they're still there, they'll still be up. So, and then that way you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And again, download that Made Fire one. You will not regret it. You try out the free comics first, and then once you're hooked like I am, you'll start eventually doing the regular purchases. And at most, they're $1.99. That's why, again, I don't understand why places like DC, Marvel, Dark Horse, Image, all of the big ones, why they don't create this additional format for their releases. Charge them for 99 cents, $2 each, and you'll have a fan base on there. So very, very good stuff. So thanks again, everybody.